Hi everyone, it's been quite a while and I wanted to try to provide some kind of update so that you all knew I was still kicking. Um, Probably the biggest changes have come over here on this side of the shop. I finally got my doors for my upper cabinets made on my miter saw station, and got those all varnished and mounted, and I'm pretty happy with that. I haven't filled those up yet. I just got them hung last weekend, and I'm still deciding what I'm going to put where now that I have a little bit of extra space. Also, up above that, I have finally gotten some lumber stored up where it's out of the way. This is all reclaimed lumber that my father-in-law gave us when a barn was torn down several years ago, and he's since passed away, so that stuff is pretty special to my wife, and we haven't decided what we're going to do to it yet. I did make those hangers. Really simple design. I watched a few videos online and came up with my own, but basically I made these all out of scraps I had laying around here, which is always good. The horizontal 2x4 is recessed into the vertical 2x4 by, I think I went half an inch just to give it something. And then I had this old half-inch CDX laying around from a project, so I glued and nailed that to hold it in place until I could sink a couple screws in each one, and they seem pretty strong. I mounted them to the wall with 4-inch screws that are made for holding ledger boards onto a house for a deck. So I could pull myself up on 2 of them, and there was no give there, so I feel pretty comfortable with the weight that I've got up there. And that allowed me to clean up some things in this area. So all that lumber was leaned against the wall. I couldn't get my dust collector where I wanted it. I couldn't even see my track for my track saw. I had to reach around the back of things to get that out, and now my planer can be back. So it just gives me a little more, it gives me the right amount of room to work here on my joiner and have space to work and not be tripping over the dust collector. So I'm pretty happy about gaining that space, even though it was only about 12 square feet. It was 12 square feet that helped out quite a bit. The other thing that's really changed is there is a gap opened up back there against the wall, and there was a table back there that used to be my granddad's radio arm saw station, and I'll show you where that's sitting now in a second. But I never had any room around my bench because that roll around box was kind of always in the way. I was always moving it around. So I said in a previous video, I'm kind of on a mission to clear this wall out, and that was step one. The next thing I'll do is get this table moved, and I'm gonna build plywood storage that keeps things not straight up, but maybe at an 85-degree angle against that lumber rack. So once I do that, then I will be able to get these sheet goods off my floor. And this stuff has been sitting here in some form or another. The pile has changed, shrank, grown, whatever, based on what project I had going on. But that 32 square feet of shop space has been taken up for quite a while. So I hope when I can store that vertically over in that corner, maybe then I'll only be using 8 square feet, and in a spot that's kind of a permanent fixture in this lumber rack there anyways. So that's one of the next steps. The other thing I'm going to be working on when I get some time out here, this is that table that I moved. I plan on building this into an outfeed table. I've started to accumulate some of the things I need. I got some heavy duty cabinet levelers over there so that I can keep everything planar once I get it done. I do believe I am going to make this outfeed table wrap around in this area to give me a place to store that sled, and just give me a nice big work surface on the back side that I'll be able to use when that plywood is not in the way. One of the things I've got to sort out, because my dust collector is that small thing with one hose I need to move from tool to tool. I'm going to have to work out what I'm going to do for my table saw. You know, someday I hope to have central dust collection, so I'm thinking about just going ahead and piping this and my jointer here, sneaking back through that area, and just going ahead and piping that like it was going to come up to the ceiling along this power cord, and just making a place to plug my dust right fitting into that with a couple blast gates, and basically incrementally step towards the end goal. And there's no way I'm fishing a hose through that opening to get back to that port, and I really don't care to be wheeling this dust collector all around the shop. It doesn't roll that well, and it just kind of is what it is. So that's kind of what I've been up to out here. It's finally getting nice here in Northwest Ohio, so we'll have our first 80-degree day here, and yard work is going to start eating into shop time, and my wife has several projects that she wants taken care of. But one of the things I hope to do this weekend is clean my shed out and make enough room to get all that scaffolding out of here, and that'll allow me to get my router table pushed back where it belongs instead of being in my workspace. And when that's done and this table is out of the way, I can get my drill press and sander and that scroll saw that's hiding back there. I can get everything back where it'll be accessible, and get the things that most of the I got all my stuff that I use in the drill press often kind of piled up here. Give me some space to get a clamp rack made, to get this stuff cleaned up. And this table is one of the bigger messes in the shop still. So we'll get that all sorted out when we get the machines in place along this wall, and see what that turns into. So I've passed 50 subscribers. I'm flattered that many people actually care about what I'm doing out here. And I'll give you another update when I have something significant to share. Thanks for watching.